Oh yeah!
Alright, hope everybody's having a good one. Welcome to Planet Coaster 2 with Cookie Pirate. Yeehaw! I don't know why I just did that. Alright, today we're in Viking Park, and we're gonna do kind of some of the same stuff. We're gonna probably follow up on a few things yesterday. So let me just go ahead and load her up, and getting a slightly late start tonight, but Maria out. I couldn't resist. This coaster's doing well, and so we finished up the station late last night, and I may still want to try to tweak it a little bit. But that's a pretty solid start. Actually, it looks like we didn't quite finish this side. I should probably go ahead and close that. Yeah, you know what? Let me do that while I'm thinking about it. This will take a very short time. Except when it does that nonsense again. It's like, come on. I don't like the way this grid... Come on, man. I don't like the way this grid is lining up. For whatever reason. We could actually... Okay, yeah, we could switch that out. So we're gonna do a 2-meter wall section right here. Maria, the park is crowded. Yeah, it actually is. There's a good crowd of people, and adding that extra coaster has helped out. We're gonna actually switch that out for a solid wall piece. So we need a 4-meter right here. Turn auto stacking on just for ease. At the moment, I'm really not liking the way this is running. The not the game, but just the building pieces and stuff like that. I just seem to be having trouble with them. Oh, because we're enclosing this, so we're going to go ahead and remove that as well. And duplicate that. So we're going to completely enclose that. Now we'll do, some roof pieces. Let me go with the tile roof. Yeah. So we'll do... hold on a second. Are you kidding me? Right now. I'm actually not sure that that's even right. Is that right? I want to see, is that gapped? No, technically it's not. Okay, so maybe we did have it right first. But I don't know why my grid pieces are defaulting to 0.82. A quarter meter, basically. There should be a half meter. Or even 1. Alright, now we need a 2 meter slope piece. Come down. Again! Man, what a pain in the butt. Alright, we'll rotate that. Place this one up. Snap. Ah, excuse me, into place. And let me grab one of these right here. Those should line up accordingly. Okay, no, those are the correct height. So are those. This one needs to come up a tad. I don't know why it's off so much. Goodness, such language I walk into, lol. I didn't say nothing profane. I would never. Yeah, definitely not on stream, at least. Now, I can... We can actually swap these out for tiles. And I think that actually might match a little better. You can tell there, right there, the roof is gapped a little bit. I don't know what's going on. But just for contiguity, I suppose. Yeah, let's just go with the flat roof. I'm gonna have to turn this stacking off or something like that. Is it raised up to? No, it's not. Perfect. That's good. Actually, that works okay. I'm doing okay. How about you? And then I think we're just gonna... You know what? Actually, just to give it a little bit more aesthetic. Oh, let's see. Hold on. Who broke it? Was it him? No? Oh, yes, it was. Out! Broke the trash can right next to a security guard. Oh, perfect. Janitor right there. Take care of that for me, please. Thank you very much. And they're getting sent home for smashing the, trash bin. What did that trash bin do to them? Yeah, winding down for the day. People were crazy on the road today. Oh, man, that sucks. I hate when that happens. Just too many people are reckless. Now, we can go with a 4-meter peaked roof, but I think if we do that, we may want to raise that. And this is already pretty considerably tall. So, we could try it. Trash is out of the park, yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying there. Oh, Maria pulling no punches. So, I mean, we could do a peaked roof like that, or we could go with a little bit more of a modest 2-meter. I think we go with the 2-meter here. So I'll just rotate those into place. We actually have room. I think I know what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to grab these 2-meter pieces right here. Sorry if that was too harsh. No, that was funny. It might as well be trash for kicking over my trash can. Why can't people come into my park and simply behave like everybody else? Now we could do a peaked roof like this. No, this is really starting to get on my nerves. Every single piece I'm having to turn up. We could do a steep pitched roof, or we could do a slightly less steep. I think... You know what? I think we're going to go with the 4-meter one. And the reason for that... Actually, let me check the wall pieces. It's a 2-meter. Oh yeah, we do have a 4. Okay. Yeah, we're going to go with the 4-meter pitched. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now we go back into walls. And we want this 4-meter gable end. I'm gonna turn auto stacking off, except now I've got to raise it all the way. Man. And then we can go in and add a custom that's too large. Well, we can scale it. Maybe down to 70% or so. Oh, that fits nicely. Let's go with that. And we could also even do one right here on the backside. Now, all that leaves is this portion right here. And I think what we're going to do for that is just a very, very simple, basic, pitched 1-meter slope? Yeah, because I don't want it to get too tall. So we will simply line that like that. Now in wall pieces, now all we do is just go up here and add a slope. Now I'm going to turn auto stacking back on. And it should, if this will cooperate with me. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so now we've got proper roof enclosures. And then if we go into the station and look, it's solid. It's actually open over here. And then it's just, you have the exit, and then it's solid for these two pieces. Since we have this right here. And I don't think that actually looks bad. So I'm okay with that. One other thing that we did late last night before I headed off was we added a small fountain in here with a rotating... Oh, he's a dizzy monk! We also did add vending machines. And we've got ride photos. So this is coming together, I suppose. I do want to see if it's possible. It may not be. Question is, which of these, I don't want it to spin really fast. It's very slow. Ultra slow. I actually kind of like that, and it just kind of spins. Slow reverse. It's a little bit erratic in my opinion. So I think I would rather see it just rotate in the same direction, just really slowly. Kind of just pivots around. Oh, you know what? That might be a tad too slow now that I think about it. So we'll go with very slow. Yeah, that's more reasonable, I would say. This is really coming together nicely. Now I want to do a little path work here, and it's going to be just as simple as turning the railings right here off. But I want to leave them on around the fountain. And we can turn them off back here at the edge of the building to... Right there, they're not even really visible. We'll leave the Q ones on. Yeah. And then we could actually shut them off right there and there. But we'll leave them on here since that actually kind of gaps into the grass. And I think that's okay right there. I love the fountain. That must have been after you signed off. It was like the last thing I did before I signed off. Dale had suggested increasing the size of the spire too, so we did that and then put the pinnacle up on top, and now it's actually a tad bit taller than the coaster itself, which I think is really nice. It's a nice landmark to stand out. So let's say you spawn in, and we'll just actually really quick go into the first person. I want to try this. Like, it's so cool because you walk into the park and boom, there it is. There's just this magnificent invert. That looks really cool too, the restaurant with the kiddie coaster there. I'm actually going to go through the paths. I want to see how it looks from the queue lines and everything. So you walk through here. Skip the line a little bit. Not actually getting on the ride. But you go up here. This gets a little bit wonky. But then you come up here. You've got a nice view. And then you get out to here, kind of over the bridge over this. And just look at that. What a beautiful view. I'm so pleased with how that has come out. And of course you're in the station. If we go out the exit on the other side in a bit, but I'll come down the priority queue, which is much more simple. This is just a double. And then in here, actually, you have a view of the exit station and stuff, which is really nice. I'm almost thinking it would have been nice to reverse that and have the main queue go through here so that people standing watching longer, standing in line longer would have something to look at, be able to watch everything kind of down here. And then you've got your vending machines. We looked at the fountain, but it's really cool, and you look back here, you can see that priority queue. Oh, you know what? Maybe we should remove these walls right here. Or, you know what we could do is actually just place another wall there. That's gapped a little bit. And then you come up, you've got some chairs, and then here is your exit platform. And look at that, you get back on the catwalk. Oh, here comes a coaster car. Hello, smile, you're on camera. And then, yeah, the exit right back down here. You don't need to look at it, but I redid the beast. I wasn't happy with the EFN. I think it's difficult to recreate a real-life coaster in this game and get high EFN scores. I agree with you. And I think there are certain factors about that. Alright, let's get back out of here. Somebody broke a bench. Somebody broke a bench right here. Oh, they got kicked out. Ah! Yep. That's how Dorney has Talon positioned right at the entrance, but now you can see Iron Menace from the road that passes the park. Well, that's a tall coaster, so yeah. I can see that standing out. Oh, somebody else lost a balloon too. There we go. Ah, pop, pop, pop. Oh, there's one. Pop. How many more balloons are there just like floating around? Was it just coincidentally those three all in that area at the same time? But anyway, when it comes to EFN ratings for real rides, I think there are certain factors that makes it that way. Extra long brake runs and long boring runs before the lift hill that many coasters have in real life, but the game kills your score for those. Yes. I think that is exactly it. Now, being stopped on the mid-course can definitely hurt the pacing of the ride. But I think the game unfairly takes the brake runs into account for the EFN scores. You do have to have a good pre-lift section if you're going to do one of those to make it exciting, but it's not carrying a lot of speed, so it really doesn't get factored in as well as it should. I want to come back here and look at that. It's established. But I'm still struggling to get people over here for some reason. Even with this nice restaurant, there's just not many. Well, there's a few inside. Not many. I don't know what it is, but there's just so few people making their way up here to the park. I wonder if we reverse the train station, if that would impact it. You have a few people walking over here, finding a bench. There's a bench right there. Maybe they could have separate track pieces for brake runs or preliminary runs that don't affect the score. I wish they would take that into account, I really do. This is old again. All I did was switch the station with the train count. I don't understand that, because there were people stuck over here. It may be time to do something different with this. It's really getting on my nerves. That, especially this one, this is one of the highest EFN score coasters in the park. And people aren't getting on it. And then this Gerstlauer with all of this really nice scenery, people are just not coming over here. There's not many people coming out over this way either. Yet the wooden coaster gets some attraction, and of course the railroad station picks up people and everything. But this coaster here has got pretty decent ridership. Not a long line, but it's got a steady stream of people getting on it. Alright, I am gonna do something a little bit unconventional over here. And people didn't really vote for it yesterday, but I think I am going to add a chairlift in. I think something like that would be beneficial. So I'm going to raise this up a little bit. And hopefully this will give some sort of ridership. Switch the station. Yeah. Ah! Alright. Let's bring that up. I didn't realize the elevation reset when we changed the type. No, we were gonna go with that. There. And I'm gonna angle it. Kinda to have a drop off. Maybe right over there. So if we want to run a straight line. In the direction we're looking right here. And we'll raise that up. Now we'll put the drive station wheel. And we can make this pretty tall. The other thing we can do is cap it. It's at 93 feet. 157. And then you get this beautiful view. And we'll just run a couple straight sections, and oh, it's going right over the RMC. Exit station for that would be kind of right over here. An entrance. Alright, so we'll actually do the reverse there, and a bull wheel cap right there. You can actually do a mid-course, or like not a mid-course, but a midpoint station on this, if we wanted to, but we're going to just go back to the bull wheel cap. Just do a standard kind of two-end. That should be enough room for path to go. I'm wondering how that would do for people. We'll see. Maybe that would help bring some additional people over. So we'll go back to this station here. Let's go ahead and place our entrance. We can place that as far over. And let me see what our scenery options. If we go in a blueprint and switch to Viking theme, or we have both. Oh, that would be so cool if we could do that. Well, you know what? Oh, it's got to be a double width. Then it actually needs to be brought down a little bit. Actually, right like that would work. Doesn't need to come down far. And then what we could do, we would have to separate this and kind of space it out a little bit more. This would be the challenging part. But I think we can do it if we select just the right pieces. Basically everything here on this side. Let me make sure we grab all of it. Same thing here on this side. Not forget that stone piece right there. That's all selected. We need that. We need this. Those two trim pieces. That right there. And then just these pieces here. And we forgot a couple external ones. So let's just add those back. And then we have the internal pieces. So this is where it becomes a little bit difficult, making sure that we get everything. Oh, there are still a few that are floating. Now we'll grab these here. These ones on this side too. Duplicate. And there's a very slight overlap. We're missing the window on this? Possibly? And then we would have to duplicate these columns. Now that gets pretty elaborate right there. That part's easy to do. It's these kind of static pieces that become a little bit tougher. And actually what we could do is duplicate and rotate. Same thing right there. And right there. And then these two here. Oh, come on. Okay. So that's going to be an advanced move and duplicate. And we just shift them over. We're missing the stone, but that will be easy. One more. Those stick out just a little bit. That's really close. Whoa, what just happened? Well, shoot. Oh, maybe if we select this, they'll all move in. Yes. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So that's set. And then what I think I want to do for this here is just let me grab that in its entirety. That up there. And we're just gonna shift that. And that's really just the basic way to expand station. So you could actually we could do that right here too to make sure that that actually is matching properly. And then the only other thing right here would be to we would have to move this. that would go away. And then we just move that, snap that into place. Kind of come up. Come on. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, right there. And then the door and window, these things would have to go away. And then we have the station open up. Dale, how are you, man? And then this here, what we'll actually do is... Oh. Advanced move and duplicate. Slide it over, try to line it up. Let me see how that lines up. Shift that just a tad bit more. Kind of about like that there. Now we delete that middle section. There we go. This looks absolutely fantastic. I appreciate it. So, this is actually pretty easy. All we really had to do here I made him do that fountain for you? Oh, yeah. We voted against the sky ride last night. Yeah. It was 2-1, but I'm actually just doing this as an experiment. If we decide not to keep it, then let's delete those two pieces. We're gonna grab these and just shift them over. Actually, let me undo that. We can delete all of these, those four, and then just duplicate because we'll do an advanced move here. And that piece just needs to line up right there. And we'll do an advanced move and duplicate on this. Line those up. And then there's just one more that should line up like that. And there we have it. That is the simple way, relatively simple. The only thing we're missing is this right up here. So we're good there. And then we'll just add another one of these and make sure the grooves line up. Pretty much just like that. And there we go. So that is a relatively simple way of expanding the stock coaster station. So if you go into here and you grab this piece of scenery right here, all we do is kind of shuffle around a few pieces and just a little bit of duplicating and then a little shifting around. So this is a full-size, pretty much, coaster station. So that right there is how that works. And then what we could do is actually stone all the way to the bottom. We could even run path through here, or we could raise the terrain up to meet the base. I think stone is going to be the easiest. And then if you go back over here and look at this, the station actually looks to be, excuse me, the same size. So if we duplicate and add to this, and rotate that way, it lines up the same. That's a really nice basic station. And we can place our entrance and exits roughly in the same spot. Let me get caught up on chat here. If Railblocks fan shows up tonight, he's gonna get a piece of my mind. Thanks to him, I'm obsessed with Kentucky Kingdom all day. T3 sucks! Hello, just got back from Railroad Crow. Railblocks, welcome! There you go. Alright, Bromit, give him a piece of your mind. Actually, shift that down just a little bit. There we go. A half meter. Now if we go in and get the entrance and exit for this side of the ride. Oh, your exit booth is right there, or your ride booth. So what we're gonna do is grab just that one piece. We're gonna move it. Are those double width? No, they're not. Okay. And delete that one right there. And then duplicate that one. Did I forget that on the other side? Alright, and now we have a functional... So I'm going to switch that to straight. Turn the angle snap on. And basically we're going to run it right down to ground level. Actually, we're going to turn that off so we get it to line up with the ground. Right about there. Alright, and here's what I'm thinking on this side. So we are going to grab these. These should all be about the same height. They actually extend slightly, but that's okay. And we're going to duplicate it, and we're just going to lower it to match kind of this 1 meter. One more. Oh, are you kidding me? Well, alright, hold on. I see what happened. And then we're going to do the exact same thing over here. Rotate, get it to line up. Except it doesn't line up perfectly, but it's... So yeah, we'll actually do the same thing on this side. Even it out. And we got that side there. We'll do a little... Oh, look at that, they're offset again. I don't know why. We'll clean that up. For now, let's go ahead and come over and, let's do the entrance. To ground level. And that's going to be a fairly lengthy queue. And we'll just angle it that way. Model railroads are the best. I used to book model train conventions when I was in mobile events for AT&T just to see these crazy setups and see how it all worked. That's really cool. Like, I did not realize that that had as big of a following as it does, and that's remarkable. It's fascinating to see what brings people together. Let me get caught up on chat. Got to see model the train being fixed and run. There was food all day. Or there was food and I had so much fun. RRC all day. They only meet a few days a year, but they have times where you can help with models and layouts every month. I'm quite the architect? I don't know about that. Couple model railroad builders on YouTube, but they post about 4 times a year. Cookie spoils us. Hey! Make sure to add Discovery Meadow to the new area. Probably end up doing that, make the whole park. Not massive like Cedar Point, but not tiny like Knoebels. Yeah. Hey JP, what's going on, man? Smelled like old people farts and preferred stock cologne. Ugh. Gross. Alright, we'll have to duplicate some of that stuff there. I think this is good to go ahead and open. And I'm curious, I just kind of want to... Could even bump the speed up a little bit. It's a decent length ride. And then I'm just curious to see kind of what effect this has. While we're at it. Can add in any of these pieces that are missing here. Does Planet Coaster have chairlift cards for Skyride? No, I don't think so. I know, the RCT series did, but I don't think this one does, unfortunately. I really wish it did, because I actually prefer those. I like the way they look better. Oh, PC1 did? Really? See, that I wouldn't know. Ah, there we go. Look at that. There's a good crowd of people getting on this already. I'm okay with that. Turn auto stacking off. We've got these 2-meter sections here. Run them down. We actually probably could do 4-meter section pieces there, but since we already have these on hand, they're easy enough. And then... see, yeah. That's where that would come in handy, because they actually will then snap to the placement. There, we've got those all the way to the ground. And we'll do the same thing with this here. Six Flags Great America in Gurnee, Illinois for Horror Nights, yes. I'm planning to go to Carowinds on Saturday. I'm ready for those night rides on Fury and all that good stuff. I know I'm probably gonna get spooked at least a couple times. There we go. We've got a full height extended platform. Good. Oh, we could go back over and clean this side up. Kind of the same concept over here. This is lower to the ground. I'll share the codes for the coasters as I finish them if Cookie wants to share them. It's going to take me a while to finish the whole park because I want to get the coasters done one at a time. Yeah, that would be cool. I'd like to check them out, but I think I would probably prefer to see the entire park at once, and I could spend a good amount of time. Like a good half hour or more looking at them. think I would prefer that. I'm not even sure if that's how I had those. Oh, we're not duplicating the rope, although it would be nice to have that at the bottom. This extends so far under. Have I ever thought about hiring an interior designer? No, my mom is really good at having an eye for that kind of stuff, so... I do have the goal of building my own house one day, or having my own house built. Kind of designing it and... That would not be until a lot later in life, but... Alright, let's see here. We're getting a little more activity over here. But there's just really not many people getting on this ride, and I really don't understand that. It's getting on my nerves. Same right here, this is still considered old. I may shut this down and try to Anybody on the ride? One person. How old am I? I'm in my 30s. I'm not gonna say that I'm exactly 34, but, oh, wait. I don't care. Yeah, I'm 34. Oh, you too? Alright, nice. I have Woodland Run finished, but it's my version, not a faithful recreation. Oh, you're 36. Okay, so we're pretty close in age. Yeah, so you get it. Like, we're old enough to do certain things, but... Yeah, I wouldn't foresee having my own, like, custom house built and everything like that until many years. No problem, it'll probably be the end of the year before I'm ready to share it, as I only have one coaster done and I'm working on the second one. No, no worries. I mean, you know, we could piecemeal we could take a look at 2 or 3 at a time or something like that, you know? Alright, this is running empty trains. I'm gonna delete the ride. We're gonna go back in. Source, my creations. Because what I did is, after Bralmick rebuilt it for me. Well, let me make sure of that first. I'm pretty sure I saved the blueprint with just the adjusted station. A wine station. Yes, okay. Problem is the ride is so large. We've got to get it close first. And then what we can do is an advanced move. We'll turn the snap distance on. That looks right. Oh, shakalaka. We were discussing that before y'all showed up. I disagree. I'm for score over realism. Roblox realism over the scores. Really too steep? Do I need to ever just slightly bump it up? Too steep, really? For example, currently working on Storm Chaser and it's making me lose my mind. Oh. I wonder, does this have anything to do with the fact that perhaps, because it's lined up laterally, I want to say that's the right height. Also, I won't be here on for a while because I got my PC and phone taken away. I only got to have my phone until 8:30, so I'll be here for a bit, but not for a month. Oh man, well that sucks. It happens. Oh, seriously, so we're gonna have to place this. That is the right height. Where we had it, right there. I think. Or right there. Too steep because of the path, though. Dang it. Alright, so we'll just cancel that out. We're going to delete these immediate pieces of path. Right here. I think that's what it is. Who cares? No offense. The ride needs to be accurate to be good. The scores don't matter anyway. They don't much, but they do have an impact. In the sense of realism, I guess the rides that are not as good, people in the game probably won't really get on. AKA T3. But if you have what should be a good coaster, but its stats in the game are weak, then it actually does hamper the way it plays out. So, it's a fine line. Alright, let me get this lined up. That looks correct. Alright, so the stations are in place, we just need to bring the height. T3. Alright, those are right. T3 was an old Vekoma SLC at Kentucky Kingdom, widely considered to be one of the worst rides of all time. too steep. Are you kidding me right here? What? Ah. Okay. Oh, see, it was okay with that right there. And it's okay with that. Wow. Alright. All of that is good. Now we just need to go up. Oh, wait. The Beast, for example, the layout I did was pretty accurate, but the scores were lousy. I revamped it to improve the scores, but it is not an exact replica. Yeah, and you know what? That makes total sense. We can shorten the station right here. So let me just delete that portion. It should be working backwards. It is. Station. Now the drive tire section. Place exit. All of that is connected. Priority queue is in place. I'm getting flashbacks from last night. How so? Give this a ride. Let me actually... Yeah, it's 8 cars. I don't... Alright, so now we've got a revamped version of this here. That should be better. Deleting the queue part. Oh, yeah, a little bit. But not to the degree that we had to redo all of this in here. This is turning out actually to be really nice. See, this is an example right here. That's getting... Oh, it's 4.5. It should be in the 5s. Probably something's getting stopped at the mid-course. Nope. Maybe at the top of the lift. The timing could have been off. But this is a really good ride. Now, I think... Oh, yeah. The pacing suffers in the second half. What we could possibly do is turn the speed on the brakes up so the brakes don't hit. That would give it more momentum and speed. How much of a line is there for this? Very little. It's basically a station wait. So we could shut that off. You know what? We could close this, and that bumped it up. I'm gonna do that though. We're gonna shut this down temporarily. We're gonna let it run its cycles, and we're just gonna see if we can adjust the timing on the brakes. This should be close to... Oh, it's ready. Yeah, there we go. Now we have a brand new ride. Hopefully this will hold. It needs to add a ride camera back on it. Oh, gosh. Okay, where do we have that? Somewhere over here, I think. Could even drag it just a little bit. These should only be running 8 cars. Yes, yeah, they are. If we turn down the friction, that could actually even at least make the smaller rides accurate. They wouldn't get many scores anyway. Yeah, and top featured creator. Oh yeah, heck yeah. And something we have and it's not linked. Oh yeah, we've got a relink. There we go. That should be a bit better. See, the whole thing would be to try to get more people coming over here. And let me see how that's still just dated. Oh, it's got a long time to go before it resurges or ages. So, okay. It does look like we are getting a few more people over here. That's a good sign. So this chairlift might actually have been a good idea. There's not many people getting on it over here. We're also in very close proximity to the train station. A few people on that over here. Transport rides, you don't have to worry about charging. I really like how we kind of built it through this coaster right here. It's like you go upside down. You pass right next to that. That's a pretty remarkable ride interaction. So we'll see. That may help. It does get people over to the restaurant. There's still not a lot of people getting on this, which I'm a little bit surprised about. I'm almost wondering, maybe if we... Uh-oh. Hold on. Who did it? That right there. It's one of these two. Out! Cost is in like you cannot charge a price for people to go on the transport rides. So your chairlifts, your railroad, etc., stuff like that, monorails and such, are always free. Now, I'm actually thinking of doing something over here. I think... because that extends a bit. So what I think I'm going to try to do... Oh, on the coaster, I don't know. Let me double check it. It should be set to free. Oh, it was not. Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that then. Yeah, now people will go on it. Let me make sure. Yeah, that's 0. Okay. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make this a little bit more intuitive here. We'll angle that there. Yeah, that definitely does affect that. I didn't realize the cost was not already set. Set a bench. Oh, no. Because what that's going to do is tie in. So we're going to set that there. And then right here what we'll do is set the... A little bit too steep. So we'll actually raise that here. And we'll angle that downward. That'll reduce some of the walking. Oh, you people are not stuck. Give me a break. Okay. There we go. Alright, so now we have just a little bit of a shorter exit and stuff like that. And then, when you get off the ride, you can turn over here for your ride photos and stuff like that. We actually even could move a couple things around. In fact, maybe kind of like right there. Kind of. We could do that and then... Well, we could leave that shop right there as it is. I'm wondering how can we possibly improve ridership on this coaster? I don't know if it has to do with maybe the stats, because it is a little bit high in intensity. Well, that's actually really not bad. Let's see what people are thinking. It was fun, it's free. I don't know. I just wonder if it's too isolated from other things. Now there's a ton of people getting on the chair ride. Let's see how this is doing. Almost excitement of 8. That's stellar. It is a little bit on the intense side. This is a big reason I've considered moving these things or just doing a new park. To try to get people out this way. I wonder if we make more intuitive pathing, though. That would help. Yeah, this ride is doing. We'll see what that does here in a bit, though. I feel like that fits a good niche in the park, but I don't know. I'm actually going to try something. I'm curious about a little bit of something here. I'm going to turn that down. Switch to use selected. We're going to use this rough rock, or maybe the strata rock or something. Well, that's only paint. think you can't go wrong with a little bit of landscaping. So we're actually going to tunnel some of this. Kind of maybe through here. This will be a little on the tricky side to pull off. Already busted. Caught by security, it's time to change my ways. I wonder what he did. Anyway. Let's come back over here. My ding-dong laptop would work correctly, I would have been making accurate coasters instead of lecturing Brawmech. Ah! Oh! I feel like that maybe is a little... Yeah, that's a little too deep. No, we can patch that up a little bit. Main thing is to come under here. And we broke through somewhere. Oh, right through here. I mean, we could even... Alright, we gone too far. Made like this big mess of underground caverns. It becomes really tough doing this kind of tunneling through here. Whoa! Alright, well, that's the easy way out. Okay. Tell you what, we're gonna plow all of this out. Oh yeah, oh, I went way too far. explains it. Oh, you gotta head out, man. Alright, have a great evening, alright? Bye. T3 sucks, yes. T3 sucks! Ha! Oh, I could do that all day. Alright, let me try to close this gap a little bit. Have a great evening, though. Thanks for hanging out. Alright, back over to here, we're gonna turn that down, bump that up. Oh, it's gonna cap that right there. We'll raise that, so there's enough of a... Lower some of these kind of higher points. Here. And I don't know how this is going to come out, but hopefully decent enough. We'll leave a little island there in the middle. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the coaster gets right down over the water. That's about perfect. And we'll go in here and choose some trees. Turn that down slightly. Well, we can add a few. This will actually boost the scenery for the hypercoaster, as well as probably for the Gerstlauer as well. It should. Oh, just out of curiosity. No, it actually does cave in the bottom here. We could play around with that, but there's no real purpose in it. But this is so much more fleshed out over here, which is really good. That's what I was going for. We could even add a couple trees. I think that is a notable improvement right there. That should also really help the scenery scores. And that runs a cycle. Yeah, scenery rating has jumped. It was at 63, I think, on this. Yeah, it's about the same. It's a smaller footprint, so there's less room for stuff. But we'll see. Oh, look at that! That's actually gone up. Well, what's he doing? Maybe waiting for the other person to take their break. I don't know. We could even add a few trees kind of in the back here. So a little scenery work kind of spruces up the park a little bit. I think that really looks a lot better. and that's come up a tad. So we'll just have to see with this here. Considering if we still might want to try moving this somewhere else in the park where there's higher foot traffic. One thing that could help is running the path a little bit differently through here. Alright, what would you all like to see? I'm going to open up a poll, and I'm going to step away for a minute. Alright, have at that. I'm gonna step away real quick and we'll be back in a moment. Alright, we're back. I think I'm the only one watching, so it doesn't seem fair to vote. You are not, but it is a pretty thin crowd. And we've got 2 votes, new building and stations, and a new flat ride. We can do both of those. It is a bit of a thin crowd this evening. No worries. I'm gonna start with this over here. I think I'm going to try this kind of open air coaster. Oh, actually. Oh, that is gonna be tough. That would fit this. We could do another one of these. I don't know, what do you all think? We could do the open air, or we could do the, enclosed. In the meantime, why don't we add a couple flat rides? We could maybe add something over here. We've got enough room if we wanted to kind of taper a little bit of this scenery. Sampled. Alright, let's slap a nice flat ride down over here.
Ah, oh, Drew,
I want something relatively exciting. What are these 360 powers? One of those.
May everyone offer a num? It will hesitate.
We already have one on the other side of the park, and I was thinking about placing one over here. Because you get an incredible view of all of this scenery up there. So what we might do is relocate that one over here. And its scenery bonus is almost maxed. Alright, let me go ahead and end that. We'll do the open air. I'll have to figure out how to modify it, but we could do that for sure. We could do... I'd like to try to... I don't know. I'm not going to open a poll for it, but if you have a suggestion for a type of flat ride to go in this plot right here, let me know. Or if you think we should move this and place something over here in its place, then we could do that as well. So let me go back over to this coaster. Plane of chairs if I don't have them. Let me look. I'm pretty sure I do. So we need to level that off right there. So we've got that. We'll need to tweak it a little bit. Probably removing a section of palisade fence. That is a 2 meter. So I think what we would be able to do is grab a 4 meter. And we would just have to make sure that it is lined up. That's really close. So let's grab that. We'll do an advanced move. And I think it just needs to come a tiny bit forward. Not even that much. And then we, that's actually pretty well in line. And we just need to lower it a tad. Right there. Hey, Ty-Star, how are you? Then if we want to grab these here, those 2 shields, and we'll shift those just over a little bit. It'll keep that ride exit clear. Oh, we forgot something. Not even sure what that was for. So we'll delete that. But then we'll go ahead and grab these right here. Advanced move and duplicate, and we'll just slide that like right in place. Doing okay, just got up from nap time. Oh, that sounds nice. We'll just take those chains out so they're not blocking the paths or anything like that. And then what we could do is even just raise the terrain. We would have to reroute the queue a little bit, which is fine. That would actually give us the opportunity to run some path and stuff out down this way. And we could actually kind of tie that in. And you'd have a kind of a double view of the corkscrew from this side and... Oh, that looks really good though. Kind of back here. So... we'd have to shut the ride down and do some queue reconstruction and stuff like that. Let me see, do I have the plane of chairs? This right here, Dale? I do have one of those. We can always replace it and move it. I think I am inclined to move the drop tower over here, though, just because the scenery back here is good, and it would incentivize people to come out this way. So I think I am going to shut it down and move it. We can actually turn that off now. Kind of square it up there. And then we'll just run a lengthier queue. Because this was always ridiculously popular. Nap time was very necessary. The landscapers woke you up. Oh man! Don't you love when that happens? Alright, we're actually going to start with a curved section, and we're just going to run kind of some zigzags of the queue back and forth over here. Can turn the angle back on now. Have it kind of cut in there, perhaps. We'll open it over here. No, nobody is getting on this at all. Time to go. Oh, there were a couple people. Oh well. Look forward to it every morning. I just relish their loud symphony of leaf blowers. Ah. Yeah, so we've got this right here. Not really many people getting on it. It's really old, so we could replace it. And then over here we just have this. Clean that up. I have to come back here and finish this up. Could be a good opportunity to redo some of this over here, though, at the same time. Got all these guest service shops that we don't need over here because the pools have been relocated. Oh, look at that. There's more of a crowd getting on this. That's a good sign. It's testing really well. This over here is actually getting a decent, steady stream of people, so... I mean, these things don't generally get long lines because they're high-capacity rides anyway, but still. I'm gonna shut that down and we're gonna replace this. We may move it over to this side of the park, kind of opposite the other. Might even just move it right to the back of here. I think this would actually be a pretty good spot. So what we'll go ahead and do is, how flat is that? Oh, that's definitely flat enough for one of those. Let's go in and replace that right there. We move that out of the way. Oh, look right here. Ah! Nothing's lost power. Good. I'm gonna run that there, maybe. And then... we'll actually just spin that around right there. Move the tree slightly. And now we'll run the queue. And I don't think this really needs a long line itself. But we'll add for a little capacity. Switch to a corner there. Now we can open it up. I actually do kind of like the default colors. And this actually opens up this area for a couple other things, potentially. I wonder how much of a hit it would be if we took this coaster out. It's a pretty popular ride, so I think that could be detrimental. I'm sorry, even just hesitant to switch it out. This is turning out to be a very popular ride. Good. We've got plenty of people. That will change. That prestige, I think, will go back up. Add some scenery here. Go ahead and pull a King to Ka on your park goers. It worked fine for Great Adventure. Yeah, too soon. We could even add another flat rod in some of this open area here. I feel like that might be a little bit too heavily forested. Maybe not. Alright, we're gonna do it. We're gonna go ahead and shut this down. Pull the trigger. Gotta be careful there. That suggestion could lead to a Six Flags America. I wonder how Great Adventure's gonna do. I mean, of course, they're rebuilding that ride to replace King to Ka, but I don't think it's gonna be all that good. We can clean all of this up. Other thing we're gonna do is shut down this restaurant. And we're gonna move it. And I think we're gonna switch out this staff room for a proper one. Just find where to place it. Look at that whole just conga line of people. Ooh, excuse me. Locals at SFA were not happy about their park being closed down. No, I know a lot of people were very upset about that. It's kind of like a slap in the face. They're taking everything away from Maryland. Oof. Yeah, you don't want to hear people saying that. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and replace this with a brand new one. That prestige was so good back over there. I'm surprised when it when we relocated it. Well, Alright, so here's what we'll do. We'll actually take that section up. Tie that back in. Now let me grab that rod again. Let's say the drive of 95 from King's Dominion to Six Flags America was not fun. No part of 95 is any fun. Yeah, no, I agree. 95 is pretty miserable. However, I will maintain that I-4 in Florida is even worse. Believe me, when I went to Tampa earlier this year, and then I went up to Orlando to SeaWorld, and that drive should have been an hour and 20 minutes or so, and it took me 2 hours. And that's on the Tampa side. I like the way that looks. I like the colors because they're kind of reminiscent of the Northern Lights, but either I-95 or US 95, take your pick. Ooh, I don't know about that. People are actually paying for that. Wow. Hey, look, that train's going out closer to fall. That's a good sign. We just need to try to get the scenery rating over here up. There's a lot going for it over here, though. I would like to see that jump. See, it's interesting because we had this like kind of somewhere over here, and there was nothing around it, and the prestige was maxed out pretty much. This here is getting a good crowd. This is over half full, and this is a pretty high capacity ride, so there's the 210, the 405, or basically any freeway in LA. You're not going anywhere. Yeah, my mom and dad, my mom grew up in California, and my dad lived out there. That's where they met and got married. And, yeah, they said California traffic. Like, you think Florida traffic's bad, you're getting just a taste of what California traffic is. I'm like, yeah. Huh. But there's not much you can do about it. It's kind of just the... It comes with the territory, so to speak. So, I mean... It's just something you account for and get used to, I suppose. That doesn't mean it's okay, or that it's enjoyable by any means, but... Alright. I think... I'm gonna try to redo this right here. Have this kind of curve around and then go under the... bat wing. Tie into this over here. Both times I had to drive in LA. Both times I had to drove through LA. I made sure to do it at 3 in the morning. Even then, it was not easy. Yeah, my sister said because she had to go to Pasadena for business. And she said, yeah, we were flying out of LAX. It took them 45 minutes to get to the airport at like 4:30 in the morning. I was like, wow. I thought that was just wild. Alright. Gonna try to streamline some of this, maybe cleaning up this area here. Maybe making a little bit of a wider path segment would actually help bring a crowd over this way. I'll clean up all those benches and everything in a moment. To be fair, Pasadena's fairly far from LAX. Yeah, that's true. She flew into Burbank, but then she flew out of LAX. But even still, at 4:30 in the morning, that seemed a little bit wild. Oh, that got cut off right there. Okay, let me fix that. Alright, there we go. That should be taken care of. These paths, this might be a little bit more intuitive for people. So hopefully we get some improvement on that. What is this doing? Oh, that's about to turn. We'll find out soon if that's gonna age or if it's gonna resurge. Hopefully it resurges. This is looking pretty good though. It's got a steady stream of riders. If this ages, we're gonna delete it and replace it with an Intamin Blitz. Kind of in a similar style. We'll see. There's a ride in China called Soarin' with Dragon. Let me read that in a second. That would fit nicely in that area. There are several YouTube videos of it if you want to try to recreate it. I'll have to look that up. That sounds vaguely familiar, but... They had, I remember seeing something in China. It was like a racing coaster. One of them, it was a regular, you sit down over the track, and the other one was an invert. And they were launched. And they raced, and it was unique because you could choose the standard sit down or the invert. This is bugged again. The station has 10 rows. Something's up with that. I mean, we could extend the station and try to run, you know, 10 cars. We just have to shut the ride down temporarily. But look at this. There's a lot more people over here. Look at the line for that. Better crowd. This still isn't getting much on. Oh, that's called Dueling Dragons. That's right, not to be confused with the former. Yeah. That's right, yeah. And I was so glad, I was so fortunate to have been able to go on Dueling Dragons while it still dueled. That was That was such a unique experience. I'll never forget. I got a front row ride on the ice side. And I just remember you're coming at the other train head on before you go up into those vertical loops. And I pulled my knees up to my chest, thinking that we were gonna like smack feet, even though of course there's enough separation where you would not. But it just, in that moment, it feels like you're about to. It's really a great ride. There's another one in China called Chase Wind Roller Coaster that looks like what you described. You know what? I'm gonna look at something real quick. I'm really curious. I'm almost certain they'll have them. Is that like the Chinese version? Maybe not quite. Do-it-yourself inverted duel. Oh, wow. Kind of curious about that, though. Oh, yeah. Interesting. Those are racing. They're not really dueling. I'm sure they're on here somewhere, but... I think this will be the next coaster we redo. Alright, this is shut down. We can go ahead and remove it. Pull this up. Let me go in and see that remade one that you made, Bromik. I have to find it. There it is. Actually, if we rotate it like that, we have room. We just have to clean this all up. I'll pipe all of this land back over here. Alright, we're gonna delete that. I'm gonna move this for a short time. So here's what we're gonna do. Just gonna delete it, actually. Not sure that that powers anything. I'm just gonna move it over here for a short time. And we could redo this. Well, let me go in and grab that coaster. Gotta get up early again for work. If you have a good rest of the stream, good day tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow if you're on. I should be. Oh, we're gonna have to bring that up a little bit. Yep, have a great evening. Thanks for hanging out. Yep, and hope you're safe tomorrow. Hope you have a great day. Pump that up just a little bit. We could actually redo this part of the ride so it's all at the same height. We'll lower this back down. Park is really freaking coming together. I'm trying, man. Yeah, this could be a really good park. Just a little fine tuning. Man, I appreciate that. Let me bump that up. Just kind of help some of this move a little faster. Now what I'm thinking we'll do is repurpose this bridge. Turn the intensity up. Yeah, I just don't want it to carve down quite too deep. I tend to have that happen occasionally. I think we'll do is run it kind of along the back of here. Still a little narrow through there. Oops. It's kind of like painted strata rock. Alright, let me grab that we moved. And we'll be sure to place it. Maybe like that. It's a beautiful station. It's got 2 trains running, so capacity should be okay. Call it the new Thor's 8. Look at this, we have so many more people over in this area. So adding the ride here, and yeah, still not many people coming over to this though. But it definitely is getting a little bit better ridership. Chairlift is doing well, and then the train, you've got this thing is just loaded with people, and you've got a steady stream of people coming up onto that there. I think I am going to try something here. That interferes with the path somehow? Really? Alright. Well, we're gonna pick this up and move it out. Then I'm just gonna deselect these right here. What? No. Actually, here's the easiest way to do that, I think. Now we've got the longer station. And before I put the water back in, raise that up just a tad. Now it'll need to test with that many cars. That should help. That might make the ride even crazier. That is ready to open. Let's turn that down. I think that'll run even better. There we go. Now the capacity is even better, and the ride is even better too. The intensity of it, especially the excitement. Do we need to readjust the station timings? No, it's actually good. Now what we should do though, Grab all of those and just center them a little bit better. Kind of like that. And then we'll just change... Oh, come on. I don't know why some of those are duplicating, but... Yeah, this area is getting a lot more traffic. Man, I've already been on almost 3 hours. Wow. Alright, let's add the water back over here. Yeah, that's definitely much better. Just popped somebody's balloon by mistake. Whoops. Alright, let's see what the deal with this is. It is aging. Okay. I don't know why. The test's that good. There's basically nobody getting on it though, so this ride might just go away entirely. Alright, it is 10 in the evening. I think, yeah, we got a good bit of stuff changed up and done in here. Oh yeah, look at the line for that. It's turning out to be one of the most popular coasters in the park somehow. So, and look at this is jam-packed. It really looks much better, like spruced up and stuff overall, though. So, but I think that's going to be a good point to go ahead and end the stream tonight. I should be back on tomorrow. So, hope to catch you all around. Thanks for joining. Hope you all enjoyed it. And, yeah, hope to catch you tomorrow. And as always, until then, you all take care. Stay safe.